Hi, boys and girls, and welcome back to Social Studies. So we just talked about transportation is any way of moving people and things from place to place. And transportation can be by land, water, or air. And I just said that transportation is also affected by location. So living near large bodies of water might require people to use boats, ferries, or small planes as transportation. So people who live near mountains or on farms might need to drive trucks or their off-road vehicles. So why do you think that many cities have underground trains like this one? Well, city streets can be very busy, so trains underground let people travel faster. So maybe if you've ever been in New York City, there's a lot of subways, and those are underground trains to get from place to place. All right, so let's do some review questions. So, what to know? How does where people live affect their shelter and transportation? Actually, first, let's read this. Let's read a summary. There are many kinds of communities where people live affects their shelter and transportation. So, people live in many kinds of places, and where people live affects their shelter and transportation. All right, so how does where people live affect their shelter and transportation? Well, the location and physical and human characteristics of a place affect their shelter and transportation. So, what is a shelter? Well, a shelter is a home. And then let's make a chart showing kinds of transportation that go by land, by water, and by air. So, a car, bike, and truck, that could be land. A sailboat and ship could be water. And air, they could include airplane or helicopter. All right, so what you're going to do today is page 15, and it is attached to this assignment. It says different kinds of shelters. So look at the different kinds of shelters and then draw to show what the communities are like where the shelters are. So maybe this one, that looks like it could be in rural. This could be more of like, that could be rural or urban. This could be urban, so you could have a lot of more buildings to it. This one, it looks like maybe it could be in like the desert area. So you're going to look at the different kinds of shelters and then draw to show what the communities are like where the shelters are. All right, that is what you're going to do today. All right, I want to see just your imagination just flow through these pictures and to just give it a lots of color too. All right, if you have any questions, let me know.